So I don't know if this is just me, but I feel like CS students are getting dumber and dumber every year. Not too long ago, I was a TA for an algorithms class in my university, and let me just say the amount of incompetence that I saw in that class was honestly flabbergasting. On the final exam, I can't tell you how many times that when I was grading students' papers and they mentioned shortest path, they used DFS to find shortest path. DFS is not very good at finding shortest path. This is a class that's supposed to be taught to upper division experienced computer science students. You were supposed to learn this like 2 years ago. How are you even here? Before anyone comes at me and say, oh, you probably grade your students so harshly, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm probably one of like the nicest graders ever in terms of giving points. Like, I try to give you as many points as possible, but if you write DFS for finding the shortest path, I don't know how I can give you points. I thought I might add a little introduction here since a lot of you might not know me. I am a college student. I started studying computer science in probably one of the worst time frames possible. And after my third year, I interned at Meta. Now I am going back there to work full time. Also, fun fact, I am a graduate student because I finished my undergrad early, so I am doing a 1-year master's, so I'll be actually coming out with a master's degree after 4 years. And I've also had a few chances to TA for a few undergrad classes, so I'm gonna go back and tell that story. And also keep in mind that my school is supposed to be a top 10 school in the world for computer science. If this is the quality of students that I am seeing around me, then honestly, I don't know. Maybe it's just a lost cause. I must imagine it's a little bit tough for the recruiters if half of your candidates are like this skill level. Like imagine you're asking like a third year CS college student and you're expecting them to be pretty good at coding, which is a pretty reasonable assumption, and you ask them to write a basic binary tree and they can't even do it. Like, it's honestly amazing how this is even possible. The other day I was scrolling through my school subreddit and I saw a post that said, how do I find a job in computer science if I ChatGPT my way through the entire degree? And I'm like, no shot this post is real. You're telling me that there are students out there who ChatGPT their entire degree. How did they even graduate? Also, hot take, I think you should only study computer science if you have a certain personality. Like, some people are just not that curious about different aspects of the world, and some people are just like not good at math. And I think if you're not interested in math, you should just not study computer science at all. I once read this research paper, I don't know if I can find it. If I do, I'll link it below. But basically this paper said that there's some good performing CS students and there's some bad performing CS students, and the people who perform really bad in CS are just people that don't question things. Like, they go to office hours for help or whatever, they ask questions, and then the second they get the answer, they're like okay, I copy the answer and I dip, and they don't even question why anything is right or wrong in the first place. And I think that you can be that kind of person, but if you are that kind of person, you should just not study computer science, because the entire point of computer science is to like mess around with logic. And if you don't want to do that, then there's like no point in even studying computer science.